Do you have any words for us, Benny?
I hope you can hear it.
Do you want to do the intro, Benny? Say welcome.
Welcome, everybody.
Hi, everybody. This is episode
Hey.
12. You might
y'all
have
doing?
heard Benny in the beginning. We tried to get Benny to do the intro for us, and he wouldn't. We are back recording live, which is crazy because
So exciting.
I know, we haven't recorded live in like 3 weeks.
And I still feel like we haven't talked, but we talk every day. And I'm like,
I
but
know.
I haven't seen you in this
Setting.
scenery.
Yeah.
In this setting.
Like, we literally just FaceTimed 2 days ago. I feel like we didn't.
Was it enough?
No, it's never enough. I told you I
all
want
the
you just
time?
like on FaceTime all day. Like, I want to just like carry you around
I know.
in my
Just
pocket.
prop me around. Oh my God, I actually saw a video like that. I don't know if you saw it.
Mm-mm.
It was like I think it was 90 Day Fiance, but it was this guy and the girlfriend was like in the Philippines or something and she wouldn't let him get off the FaceTime. So he had like the battery, like it was a huge battery that he had to carry around with his phone to like be on the like call with her. Even around like cousins and like family friends that were females, he had to do it. And like,
Yep. So that's the couple, Brandon
gonna
and
be us.
Mary. And she is
Oh, yes,
legit
yep.
psychotic to the point that like when he was so he moves to the Philippines to be with her, and while he's flying to the Philippines, he texts her that he got sat next to a girl on the flight, and then obviously you have to shut your phone off like while you're flying.
Yes.
And she lost her mind on him. Like, she was like, you're probably talking to the girl next to you. Like, I don't even really watch 90 Day Fiance, but a podcast that I listen to recaps it, and I will sometimes watch it if it's on, just because I usually have TLC on because I'm like a TLC junkie. But like, I've never seen a crazier couple. And then he moves into her house with her grandparents. Like, it's the most insane couple / situation I've ever seen. But yeah, she like wouldn't let him go hang out with his mom because his mom had a female roommate. Like, absolutely
I remember
insane.
seeing that. I don't watch it either because I'm just like, I will literally fry my brain, I think. But
actually,
I was like, oh my God, I was watching it on TikTok and like,
yeah, that's Brandon and Mary. That was what kind of got me, because like literally before this season, I had never watched an episode.
Yeah, same.
And then the podcast I listened to started talking about this dynamic between them, and I was like, I need to know what's going on here. So I literally watched an episode of them and was like, this is unreal.
Yeah, I can't believe there's people like that. But that wasn't even a part of our little episode that we're doing today.
I know. So today we're going to talk about some pop culture updates and just what's been going on in our world, because we haven't been here live in a while.
Yeah.
Before we get into it, though, make sure you are hanging out with us on Instagram at Socially Unfiltered Pod. If you have 2 minutes to leave us a review, or to even just click the little star review on Spotify or Apple, we will absolutely love you forever. Helps us get into the ears of new people. And that's pretty much it. We have some other really exciting updates that we'll talk about at the end.
Yes.
So that's our way of
exciting.
hooking you in until the very end. Or you could just fast forward
around
right now, hear it, and then come back. But we'll talk about
you want to hear these. You want to hear these updates, baby.
Yes. We have 2 large updates that we can't wait to share. So today we are going to talk about some pop culture updates. And again, just kind of what's been going on. And we have a list right in front of us, and we're just going to go down it, starting with the
first and most important.
The most important one.
I mean, people know what this one's about. They could guess because we just talk about her constantly.
Unintentionally, we have turned this into a Britney Spears update podcast. And here's an update about Britney Spears. She's getting a divorce.
Yep.
Like, what?
Crazy.
I honestly haven't even really like dug into this a lot. I just saw it and was like, that checks out. Classic.
Right.
But didn't it come out that he was cheating on her? Was that confirmed, or was that just like a video that we saw?
Well, the funny thing is, like, the whole thing with Sam is like, they were never, I mean, maybe, I don't know. I'm not going to say they were never dating, but like, he was basically just the face for her family to use as like a little puppet. behind the scenes. So instead of like us believing that, oh, she's free now and all this bullshit, it's like, no, Sam is just the face of it now.
Yeah.
And he also doesn't even live in that house. So
Yeah.
he hasn't lived in that house. He has his own like apartment, or he lived with his sister. I forget what it was that I read, but like he never lived in that house anyway. Never has.
Which I didn't
And
know that. Did you know that?
I, so I didn't know that
I had
until I
no
saw all of
idea.
this stuff, and people were like, he's never lived in that house. So them talking about like splitting the house and the
Mhm.
assets and all this shit is like not even real. They just want you to believe that. But
That's so crazy.
it is, I am like so curious now. I'm like, okay, well, now that he's done, like, is it really her divorcing him? Because that
Hmm.
paparazzi picture that we saw of her like coming out of the takeout place like
Hmm.
looked more like her than obviously anything we've seen in a
Yeah.
while. But also she didn't get takeout from there. It's an hour from her house. She didn't get takeout there. She just went in and used the bathroom. Who drives an hour away to like this fried chicken place and just goes to the bathroom and like has, and the paparazzi's just there because it's like 1 a.m. or something crazy, and the
Yeah.
paparazzi happened to be there, and I'm like, how has there never been paparazzi of her before? Why
Right.
is it just now? There's just so many questions that I'm like, that doesn't make sense. And now
Hmm.
what happens with like the Sam breakup? Like, who's going to control her now?
Right. And that's why, like, the first thing I said was that picture looks more like her than anything that we've
Yes.
seen in the last few years. And it's crazy because, exactly like you said, I feel like it was never her being free. It was that they had Sam there to kind of
Yeah.
be the ringleader of everything. No pun
Mm-hmm.
intended, because she has a song that says she's the ringleader. But, like, it's like, what happens now? Like, is she
Right.
actually on her own? Or do you think, like, what do you think his motive, what do you think the motive was, and who do you think did it? Because, like, to me, I'm like, is he getting out before things come out about him? Or was
Mm-hmm.
it her doing it because she just doesn't want to do that anymore? I don't know
Yeah,
what I
and
think.
I know they have a prenup, but it's like if she is in the conservatorship, how is it her decision to divorce? Like I don't know how that can happen and
Hmm.
conspire, but I did see him like saying stuff how he's going to leak all this information about her, and like he has video and photo, and he was like kind of threatening her of, I have this stuff against you and why would you want to post that? But it's been what, 11 years of them being together, and he's had a girlfriend this entire time. Like his girlfriend got fed
Right.
up and posted like videos with him and pictures. I don't know if like she knew about this entire arrangement the entire time and now it's all for like PR, and now she's posting that they were together the whole time. But it's like, I don't know, since that wedding, we talked about the wedding, we talked about
Hmm.
how fucking weird it was that all those like Drew Barrymore and Selena Gomez were there, and it was just
Hmm.
random, and like
I
that
just
was
like,
sketchy in itself.
what's in
Like,
it for him? Like, that's what I
I think
like.
money.
Is it money? Like, is that the
I think he's
sole?
being paid, but they did sign a prenup from what they said. I don't know. I don't know what's fucking true, but like
I
they
know.
say that he signed a prenup, and like now they have to deal with their assets or whatever, but I
Hmm.
just don't believe she's free. So I'm like, what is this prenup? What is
Hmm.
he going to get? Like it all is so confusing to me.
And it's crazy because she seemed all about it. Like, she, remember when she was like, I want my IUD out, I want to have a baby,
Yes.
blah blah blah.
She had a miscarriage too. Remember that?
Right. And remember that
Well,
one video?
supposedly. I don't know.
That one video that I sent you, I'd have to go back and find it, but it said something about like she was pregnant again, possibly. I don't, that was like
Yeah.
literally not confirmed at all, but like
Mhm.
a possibility. And like, just seeing, I feel like how quickly it's changed, and it's cut.
Yeah.
Like, I just feel like a divorce came so quick. Like, weren't they just on vacation riding those horses on the beach? Like,
Supposedly.
a few weeks. Yeah, exactly. Allegedly.
Was
So
it really her? Who
she
knows?
needs to add a couple chapters to her book that's coming out, I think.
And I'm like, is that book even written by her? Like,
I
is,
know. That's why we.
because who is this person? Like, we
Mhm.
were literally inspecting even her mouth the other day. We're like, she used
Yeah.
to smile with her bottom and her top teeth, and now it's literally only her top teeth, and her bottom teeth are like missing.
Yep.
You never see them anymore. Like, it's just so creepy. Like, it's everything is creepy, and I can't trust like anything.
I wish that we could. There's so many things that I just want to know. Like, I need them to
I
give us
know.
answers about Britney Spears. I need Tiffany Gomez from the plane to give us answers. I need everybody to give me an answer
I
before I
know.
lose my mind. And it's also
Like, it's
funny.
driving me up a wall.
Right. And at the same time, like, I just want it to be known, like, I'm very aware that most of this stuff is, like, actually none of my business. Like, I'm very aware of that.
Right. No one knows us shit, but like,
No,
kind
but
of.
like, like the whole Tiffany Gomez video that came out, I'm like, I personally don't think that looks like her. And there's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
sketchy shit that happened with that. So, like,
Yeah.
what's the agenda? Like, what's the plan? What was her plan with that?
Mm-hmm.
There have obviously been a lot of videos that came out about, quote, crazy plane lady. And I, over the
Mm-hmm.
last few weeks, have definitely kind of changed my mind that she probably was just drunk
I
and
know.
was
I know.
just a little
Same.
out of her mind. Just because, like, there's been so many different videos that have come out of her afterwards. And, like, especially that one.
Right.
Like, did you see the one where they're standing outside and the cop is like, well, this guy said that you threatened him and that, like, you hit him. And she's like, I'm 5'1", 120
Yeah.
pounds. Like, do you think I could hurt you? Do I look like I could hurt you? That was the one where I was
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, I
Yeah.
think she's just intoxicated.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Like, I wish it was something a little crazier. But at the end of the day,
Mm-hmm.
I kind of think that's what it's come down to. But then I also saw a video where somebody like did some like IP address shit and it came back as like a Washington DC IP
Yeah.
address. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know how any of that stuff works. Like, it's actually mind-blowing to me when I see people do that cuz I'm like, I don't know what any of that means.
Yeah. Same.
But like, there's just
It's like
been
a
so many.
retracing, and but then that video of the supposedly guy that she hit, it's
Mhm.
like everyone's saying that's not even him,
Yeah,
and
I saw
that
that
the kid
too.
that was sitting with her was like young and had a hoodie on, and this
Mhm.
man was like older, and they were like, this is just a typical like Texas like racist white woman
Right.
who just didn't like that she was sitting next to this guy. So it's like there's so many theories, I think, and at the end of the day, I think that's what they're gonna stay is theories because no one
Exactly.
really knows. And everyone's like, why is the footage just now coming out? It's like because there was an investigation. They can't just like release the footage. So
Right.
it's not like I don't think it's like, oh, where was this footage
Yeah, I
before? Where
don't
was the
think it was
body
like
cam
being
footage?
held.
It doesn't get released
Mhm.
that soon. But I hated that it was all chopped up.
I
I
know
don't
I
know the way
literally
that.
said I was gonna start saving them like as I saw them and just like keep a
Yeah,
running like CapCut project going and just like put them in order because
literally.
they were all split up by like 15-second clips and I'm like, can we not just like
Yeah.
put this all together? Because like we basically now see the entire timeline of her getting off of the plane to her being outside and them saying like, are you calling an
Mm-hmm.
Uber? Are you leaving? But I've seen everything like out of order. So
Yeah.
at this
Same.
point, I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
but there was the one clip where she's outside and she says it started over AirPods.
Yeah.
That's what
He stole her
also,
AirPods and
yeah, like
they
that's
switched
also
seats.
what got me. Oh, yeah, she said something about like I was switching seats and I thought it'd be okay or
Right.
something. There's just, yeah,
I thought it'd be fine, but then he stole my AirPods, and
yeah.
then he. Oh, what did she say? She was like, and then he like flipped up his
Oh, his
face, or
mask.
what did she.
She says
Was
something
it?
about him wearing a mask and she was like, he like flipped his mask up or he wouldn't take his mask off or something.
I don't know what it was. I can't remember
I don't
what
remember
exactly she said.
what it was either. We should,
And they were like, his what? It was. It was weird.
I'm adding it to my notes to spend the time to find all of the pieces of this video and put it all together and we'll post it on the story. If you had asked me a couple weeks ago, I was like dead fucking serious that I could have swore she saw like a lizard person on that plane.
Oh,
Like I
yes,
was so
1000%. She was
convinced.
terrified, and then once she was off that plane, she
It
was
was a
like
whole different
intoxicated,
story.
drunk. And then people are like, that's not even her. Why is the camera so blurry?
Because
Like,
it's a body cam. Like, what do you expect?
right.
The
And I
video
mean,
that is
they
her
want those blurry for a reason. Come on.
duh.
They don't really
That's
want
on
you to
purpose,
see
you guys.
everything.
They could have like 1080p GoPros strapped to them, and
Yeah,
there's a reason they
please.
don't. Um,
They
that's
don't
a,
even want them at all,
that's a
if
whole separate
anything.
conversation.
I'm going to
um,
step back.
we'll stop it there. Um, fuck, what was I just gonna say about her? Oh, the video that she posted as like her video, that to me
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
look like her at all. But there's also
At
like
all.
filters
And
she could have.
TMZ.
Yeah, well, first of all, TMZ is like very untrustworthy to begin with, and I don't think a lot of
Right.
people know. They're just always the first ones to get it because they probably pay the most, like for the
Yeah.
stories. But like, remember when
Yeah.
TMZ posted that video and it was like, oh, Britney Spears was going crazy in this restaurant, and really it was the video backwards. Like they were playing the audio of the video backwards so that it sounded like she was just like talking crazy, but really if you put
Mm-hmm.
it in reverse, it was her talking completely normal. Like TMZ is just not very trustworthy.
Yeah, they'll do anything for a story.
Listen,
And it was
get your
also
bag.
like she was on Twitter and the first people she followed was like TMZ, like
Yeah.
the two TMZ accounts. And it was just like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
so you're just either she was made to apologize and it is her or it's not her. And
Right.
they're just like paying this because wasn't it something like she has an agency or something and
Yeah,
it was
she's
like
like in
promo for
marketing.
it?
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure she
like I don't
owns
know.
a marketing like firm. But
Yeah,
that's the
we
other
should
thing too.
find out what it is.
People are like, "Oh, well, she did it for like exposure for her marketing like company or whatever." And I'm like, I don't really know about you, and not that I would ever judge somebody for like having like a meltdown like in public like that, but like nothing about that makes me want to be like Tiffany Gomez, marketing agency, like how do
Yeah,
I work with this
literally.
girl? Like nothing, unless that was
Yes.
another theory was the whole thing just like a marketing campaign. But to
Yeah.
me, that's a really expensive marketing campaign. And what got me was she didn't care about taking her bag off of the plane.
Mm-hmm.
That was like what really sold me on like, I think she really did see something that scared
Yeah.
her, regardless of what it was.
Mm-hmm.
And I also, what I don't understand is why have we not heard from anybody else on the plane?
Right.
Like,
Or you can't trust anyone if they are
yeah,
from
we've
that
seen
plane or
like
something.
five
They
that
fake
people,
videos.
yes, that people like tell this whole story and then you read the caption and it's like, this is a joke. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
like the lady,
bitch,
she was like, she had web feet.
yeah.
I'm like, she had
But
shoes on.
I watched that whole thing and I was like, oh my God, like really? I was like, I could believe that she was barefoot. And
She
then I,
took too long to get to the point, and that's when I was like,
you're like,
okay,
something's
you're
wrong
making this shit
here.
up. She took way too long to like tell the story, and I was like, oh my God,
Yeah.
this is obviously like fake. But yeah, so many people will just like do anything for clout and say that I could say I'm on that plane too. Like,
That's literally what I thought. I was like,
it's just
what's
crazy we
stopping you
have
from
like
saying
no
that?
other POV. Like, how is there, how many people film something happening like on
Mm-hmm.
a plane all the time
Yep.
that we only had what one or two POVs and it's like the
Mm-hmm.
shortest thing ever.
Yep.
And I don't know. I just think we need to like
Because, like,
drop it, I
also
guess.
not that I
Because at
think
this
everybody
point,
should like whip out their phone and start recording when something like
right.
this happens, but also like whip out
But
your phone
most
and
people
start
do.
recording. Yeah. Like, but
But
please,
like
because we
I
need the
expect
POV.
that because right, most people do. So
Yeah, it's
like
very strange. And that was the other thing too, is everybody's like, oh, that the one person recording just happened to be like ready to film her walking up and like standing there. Cause like then there
yes.
was like, well, is this person that's recording in on it? And like I really don't think so. But it's very strange that there's only one video.
Yeah, and you haven't heard from that person. It's
Mm-hmm.
just I don't know. It's so weird.
Yep. So
So crazy.
I don't know. I
I don't know.
guess I'm easily swayed once I see more evidence, but I was dead convinced that something happened. And then
Yeah, me too.
obviously now I think she
Me
was
too.
just a little tipsy,
Mhm.
but who knows, and we'll never know,
Yeah.
unfortunately, because
No.
everything could be a lie.
Exactly. We don't know what we don't know.
And we'll never know. Okay, can we talk about Doja
God.
Cat's new song?
I was so mad at myself because like
I love
doing the
song.
research about this and it is a good song. Like it's catchy. I don't think it's a good lyrics. I just think it's like
No.
really catchy
I'm
and like
scared to
dancey.
sing the lyric.
I'm scared as well. And it
I'm
was stuck in my head last
I
night and I'm
know.
like, I'm being possessed by the devil now. Great.
I
Like,
legit, it's so funny. Like,
I'm like, I repent.
I know I
I
do not
don't
accept
wish this.
energy, but like the
I'm
song
like,
itself,
listening to it means I'm okay with it.
right? Like the song itself is catchy and it doesn't help that like it's trending on TikTok right now. So every video that you swipe past is somebody either like
It's
doing the
yes.
dance. And I
I
like the
wish you could
dances
block a
to it.
sound.
I know,
I
right?
wish you could block a sound on TikTok. I think that's their
But like
next move.
just the words of it. I literally pulled it up yesterday while we were in the truck and I was like, have you
I'd
heard?
rather paint the town red. I'd rather be famous instead. And then it was like, what else is it?
I'm pulling
I
it
don't
up
want to
right.
like say it. Like
No, I
it's
well,
basically the music video. Also, the music video is really what got me like really fucking
mhm,
scared. Is like, I mean, come on, let's be real. Pretty much all celebrities are like worshiping Satan because
mhm.
they give it away in all their freaking music videos and their songs. And it's like
Yep.
the craziest thing. If you actually pay attention to lyrics, it is scary what you're actually singing, but you don't realize it. Like there's meaning behind it. They're not just doing it for shits, and it's like it's not just a trend.
No,
So
songs
I
are
mean,
like
believe it or not, like there's so much meaning. I mean, if you even look at Taylor Swift songs, there's so many Easter
yeah.
eggs, so much meaning to artist songs, even if they're not the only one writing it. Like there's a lot of meaning and a lot of what they believe in, especially at like concerts. And the Weeknd's concert has been super creepy lately too. Like
Mhm.
it's been like ritually and literally says like Satan across his like
Mhm.
um
Well, and that's
what
the
is it, the lights
thing.
or whatever it is.
Yeah, he's like the
But
decor.
the music, yeah, but the music video was crazy. She's chopping up meat, doing a ritual, riding
Yes.
like the beast,
Yes.
singing about the devil, and then she's in a red cloak with red eyes with the Grim Reaper and is
Dancing
saying
with the Grim
like,
Reaper and like it splits
yes.
to like the reflection of the Grim Reaper's like thing, the like metal thing, the knife thing that he holds and like it's her literally covered in blood. And like okay,
Yeah.
so I pulled up the lyrics because there was one part that again, I know we've kind of talked about both sides of this where it's like just because somebody says it, like we say all the time, somebody else might have written this song and like it's not necessarily her
Mhm.
meaning it, but in the song she says, "I'm going to glow up one more time. Trust me, I have magical foresight." And like that part just like stuck out to me because it's like let's just for a minute think that all of the weird ritualistic sacrificial shit that Hollywood elitists do is real. Like let's just pretend that's all
Mhm.
real. One of the things that you get is a glow up. Like you get more fame, you get more popularity, you get like beauty, you get money, you get fortune, like you get all of these things. So like to
Mhm.
hear her say, "I'm going to glow up one more time." Like are you
Mhm.
saying you're going to go do this again? Like are you saying you've already done it? Are you saying what are you saying? And then when she says, "Trust me, I have magical foresight," like are you
Yeah.
saying that you know that? And again, these are words. Like it's poems, it's a lyric. It doesn't hold any value unless it's true, but like given all of the theories around it, it's weird to hear her say that.
Yes. And like just the video in itself. I mean, the lyrics are one thing, but the video in itself literally looks like so demonic and it's
Yes.
scary. Like it's really I was like uneasy watching it. I like couldn't even watch the entire thing because I
I
was like I
haven't watched the
literally
whole
feel so
video.
like uneasy because it's so scary to me. Like even if it's just a song, even if it's just a lyric, I'm like why are you like
Mm-hmm.
doing that and pushing that onto your fans?
Mm-hmm.
And
Well, and have you seen all of the stuff where she's like really mean to her fans, like on
oh
lives
yeah,
and
she's like,
stuff?
Good, I'm glad, like, get rid of all of you and just like
Yeah.
get people that align with me. And I'm like, oh my God. But another, like, a big part of when I was looking up about this, like, what kind of like your initiation to all of this, you
Mm-hmm.
have to embarrass yourself and
Yeah.
humiliate
The
yourself in public.
humiliation. Oh my God, I saw that too. That's what
You have to
everybody's
go through
saying is
so
happening with
much.
those brothers.
Yes.
Have you seen
What
about the like
brothers?
so there's these twin brothers, the Island Boys. Have you heard about them?
No.
So there are these twin brothers that have started an OnlyFans together. Like actively, yes. Like I literally I don't even feel comfortable
Oh.
saying it. Like actively participating in things together for their OnlyFans account. And everybody is saying that like this is their humiliation ritual. Like they're about to become so famous, like blah blah blah.
Mm. Yeah.
But anyway, not. I
Makes
was just like,
sense.
I can't believe you've seen the stuff about like the humiliation
Yeah, it's
rituals
all,
too.
oh yeah, it's all humiliation. Like they go through like the most humiliating thing. I mean, even look at her at the red carpet for, was it the Grammys maybe, where she wore all red
Yes.
and she had those like spikes and just like her shaving her eyebrows and like the way she's been looking lately. If you look at Doja Cat's music from when she was first coming out, it was like so sweet, innocent, like vibey.
Yeah, wasn't she
Like,
like didn't even know it? Wasn't that her?
yes.
Back in like 2018, we went to a Tyga concert and she opened for him and we had no idea who she was. So we just like
Mm-hmm.
didn't go. Like we were just like, "Oh, we'll go like an hour later." And we got there
Yeah.
and she was still on and like that was the first time I had ever like seen or heard of her, and then literally the
Mm-hmm.
next year was like when she started blowing up on TikTok. But
Yeah.
she opened for Tyga like a long time ago and I was like, I don't care
Mm-hmm.
about her. And then I kind of liked her for a minute,
Yeah.
and now I'm kind of like,
Same.
"Er,
I'm like very much, I don't, nope, I'm all set. Like I'm really all set, but it's
I'm
a
good."
lot of other artists too, like Beyonce, Jay-Z, Blue Ivy's throwing up Illuminati now at the concerts. Like
Mm-hmm.
Taylor Swift even has like a weird witchy like thing at her concerts now, and people are saying like unleash the demon or something. There's like shouting something, and she was like, "Oh my god, is this the new like 1 2 3 go bitch or something?" Whatever
Yeah.
the like chant that they
Mm-hmm.
sometimes do for songs.
One,
She's like, "Oh my god, is
two,
this the new
three.
one?" And
Yes.
it's like something about demons. I'm like, "What the this isn't like funny."
Well, and that's what I mean. Like it.
It's
Okay.
not funny.
This comes from like my spirituality side. This comes from a
Mhm.
lot of other things. Like I personally believe in all of that stuff. And
Same.
it's stuff that like there's some stuff that I legit won't even talk about inside of my house because like I just don't
Yes.
like thinking that like something is out there hearing me say these things. That's so like I
Right.
love the show Ghost Adventures. I know this is like so cheesy, but like literally Zach Bagans, love him so much. He's so cheesy, but like when they go into these like haunted houses, they like say ritualistic things, and I will
Mhm.
literally mute my TV because I'm like, This
Yeah.
bitch is not about to be saying this up in my bedroom right now." But I
Mhm.
also saw a TikTok that broke down why the happy birthday song is like a ritual. Like it's one
Stop.
person
The candles.
being worshipped around something that's on fire. Everybody sings the chants to you. You say what you want to manifest in your head, and you're not allowed to tell anybody else. And then you
That's so
blow
true.
out the candles. And I was like, oh
That's
my
so
God.
true.
Isn't that kind of weird? Like, because
Yeah.
everybody's so uncomfortable when you have to sing happy birthday to you. Like, when nobody
Yeah.
likes that. Well, I mean, I'm
I
sure
hate
there are
it.
people that are like that, but like, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, since COVID, I don't blow out candles. Everyone's like
I
this.
know.
Like, honestly, think about it. How gross is it that people spit on a
So
cake?
gross.
And then you like at a kid's birthday party. Oh my
No,
god, I literally
stop.
won't eat the cake because
Stop.
they're like, and then it's like the most beautiful cake ever because you know the parents dropped a fuck ton of money on it because
The
it's like,
kid
oh my
just
god, they
spits
only
all
turn
over.
one once or two and they're just spitting all over it. You're like, oh,
That's
okay,
why I
I'm not
like when
having that.
parents get the kids like
Where's
a
the ice cream
smash
bar?
cake. Yeah, like they get the
Yeah.
kid like their own little thing, and then like everybody else has
Yes.
their own. But no, I've always been like
Yeah.
weird about that. But I truly,
Me
before
too.
COVID, never really thought about it more.
Me either. And
I'm
then I was
also
like,
like a
wait, that
huge
is
germaphobe,
gross.
so like
Same. Like,
it do
please
be
don't.
like that. Wait, we talked about
But
Taylor
yeah,
Swift for
sorry.
2 seconds. We need to talk about the Ashley
Yeah.
girl
Oh my god, yes, speaking of Taylor Swift.
and knockoff Taylor Swift, the Walmart version of Taylor Swift.
Right. This woman, Ashley Leachin, I don't know if that's pronouncing it right, is has been for like a long time. Like I've seen her a lot
Mm-hmm.
prior, like years prior to this, of like impersonating Taylor Swift. And there's so many people that do this. Like, I remember when they did it with Justin Bieber eating like a sandwich, and
Yep.
they convinced like literally. I think it's spread everywhere that Justin Bieber eats his sandwiches weird because
Right.
of this person that like pretended to be him. But this
But
girl is like
Ashley
going
takes
around.
it way too fucking far.
Wait, oh my god, she's hiring security guards,
She's
which honestly I used to watch YouTube videos like this that people try to dress like celebs and hire people and
yeah.
like it's a social experiment or whatever. But then she gets mad when people compare her to Taylor Swift and
And it's
gets
like,
like angry
bitch,
about it. And she's like, "I'm not her. I don't even look like her. But then she hires like 4 people to pretend to be bodyguards and walk through like malls, and all these people are screaming, and she's laughing and takes her sunglasses off after like she looked just like her and just laughs about it. And I'm like, you're like so sick in the head. You have kids. Like,
That
why are
okay,
you
that
doing
blew my
this?
mind. I just found out that she
Same.
has like a husband and kids, and I was like,
Yeah, I'm like, what
"You're
does he think of that? Like,
cosplaying Taylor Swift." So what
it's
this
weird.
I so for backstory, Veronica and I had like a running doc, and we like put our ideas in here, and I literally opened it earlier to put Ashley Leachin on here, and she had already put it on here because of a video that I saw that showed what she used to look like. Do you know she's
Yeah.
had like multiple plastic surgeries to look like Taylor Swift?
Oh my
I
God,
thought
no.
she
I
just
thought, well, she definitely looks like she has, but I was like, oh, also, I don't even really think she looks like her. It's just the hair.
I do think
She
that in
does
some
like a
ways,
little bit, but when she puts the sunglasses on and the hat, then I'm like, okay, you look very, very much like her. But
it's
I
her
just think it's
makeup,
the
I think that
weirdest.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
just the weirdest thing. I'm like, why are you?
look, I'll put this on our Instagram when we post it. Oh god, hold on. It's insane. This was her before.
Oh my God.
Like she's had tons of plastic surgery, and there's like a video of her saying, I've only gotten my teeth fixed and 28 units of Botox in my forehead and cheeks, which like yeah, 28 units of Botox in your forehead and cheeks will change the way that you look, and like fixing your teeth also, but like she's clearly had lip filler. And like for people who don't know, like you can literally tell your injector like I want my lips to look like this and show them a picture,
Yeah,
and that has to be what she did. Like there's
a thousand
no
percent.
way that your doctor was just like, "Oh, I'm going to give you these lips that happen to look just like Taylor Swift." Like you
Just
asked
like
for that.
Taylor's.
I hate that
And it's
girl.
also like just Taylor Swift was just on LBI for
Mhm.
like the wedding, Jack Antonoff, and like just all the people surrounding her. And it's just, even if you are a fan of her, like you're encouraging that behavior even more. I
Mhm.
hate that. I'm like,
Well, and it's sad
oh,
because
it's
like
just,
eventually Taylor Swift's friends like aren't going to invite her to things because like it just
mm-hmm.
comes with too much chaos.
Yeah,
And like
that was a
what
lot. I mean, there were a lot of stars too, like Lana Del Rey and
yeah.
Channing Tatum, but she was the one that they were like
Yeah.
cheering for, and that must be so awkward
Yeah.
as like you're at somebody's wedding, you're at your friend's wedding, and you're just trying to be like normal for once, and
Like
just like,
remember when she was leaving her apartment in a suitcase? Like they
yes.
literally were
Even
putting
in Miss Americana, her documentary, she's
yeah.
like, I hate this. Like, I hate people are at my house. Like, it's not okay.
Well, and like what I've
It's
never
just,
understood is like what do you get out of that? Like all of those people that just went and stood in the street, like
yeah.
for what? To know that you're 100 yards from her? Like
And
there
you're
are
taking your blurry ass video.
yeah, like there's a lot of celebrities and like public figures that I would love to meet and see, but like
Mm-hmm.
me knowing they exist like on the other side of the world and standing 100 feet from them, like there's no difference for me. Like my life
Yeah.
wouldn't be different if I stood within 100 feet of
No.
this celebrity. So it's like, did you
Not if I
think you
get,
were gonna
I
like
don't get
get
to meet
in?
them.
No, like what are
Right.
you gonna? I just don't see what the benefit is of that,
No.
like at all.
And like, you can clearly tell how uncomfortable she was too. Like, when she was walking
Yes.
out, she was just like, she didn't want to be mean, but she was just like, waving, hi, like this is so
Mm-hmm.
awkward. And she left early, I'm pretty sure, the rehearsal dinner, because it's just
Mm-hmm.
like probably got too much. I mean, there was like police everywhere, and
Yep. It's just
I can't
sad
imagine.
because like
I
eventually
know.
her friends again aren't gonna want her to like come to stuff, and that's sad because one, it's pretty fucking cool if you're friends enough with Taylor Swift to like invite her to your
Right.
wedding and stuff. But
She
like if it,
comes during her tour.
yeah, I know. Like, how does she even have a day off to do something like that?
I guess she gets like 2 days or something in between things,
Okay, I would
but
literally rot in my bed for those 2 days.
same,
Like
same.
she, I swear to God, is made of something else.
She's built different. That's what happens when you sell your soul. I'm kidding.
I mean,
I
like if you
mean,
yeah, just the whole thing with her is crazy. People are probably
yes.
listening to this like, you guys are so dumb. And I don't even care.
Like, do your research and then tell me.
Yeah, Taylor Swift has some demonic shit going on with her too. Yeah, because she even has like that one video, right? Isn't it Look What You Made Me Do? Isn't that video like super fucked up? I don't remember off the top of my head. But speaking of music videos and new songs, Friday is about to be great.
I know. It'll already be out by the time this episode comes out.
This Friday for us.
This Friday the 25th. Yeah, Miley Cyrus, Selena Gomez, and I don't really care much about Ariana Grande
I don't either.
I just don't care. I just added her in because apparently she's dropping a single as well, but mostly excited about Miley and Selena releasing singles together. So excited, our queens.
And like the little video that they did of the clip from Hannah Montana when they're in the like call center and Selena's like,
that was so funny.
Lessons. I like forgot about that. And then Miley did
Me too.
Miley did another video that you sent me today, and it was her showing a clip from Hannah Montana and was like, this was the last scene. I love Miley.
Oh yeah, and she's like whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah.
She's like, that's how
I love Miley so much. I could literally listen to her talk. All like her voice. I mean, I love Selena so much. But also, I like Selena's voice a lot too. Like when she talks.
Yes.
They have very like distinct voices, I feel like. I cannot wait for this. Miley's been popping off.
I can't either. I know. And normally I'm like not a fan when music artists, again, I want everybody to like live their best life and make the art that feels the best for them. But like normally I'm not a fan when artists like switch genres like that. Like I don't like how sorry, I shouldn't say it like that. Normally I wouldn't like her going from like one to the other, but I feel like she's one of those artists that can do anything. Like, did you watch her backyard concert during COVID?
Yes.
Oh my God, so good. Like I love
She can literally take over the world and
I know. That's why I legit think Miley Cyrus should be president.
Agreed. Well, see, I also saw Noah Cyrus is like being all satanic now too.
She's always given me like Billie Eilish vibes.
Yeah, now she's posting devilish shit.
Is she?
Like, crazy. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've never like I couldn't tell you one song by her.
I didn't realize that Tish Cyrus and Billy Ray like divorced. And she just married the guy from Prison Break, Dominic
Wait, they've been divorced.
I thought they were together though, again. Like, they were together again.
Really? I was gonna say I'm pretty sure when they were filming Hannah Montana, weren't they not together? Because that's
I think so, but they were together. Like literally last year, I'm pretty sure they were together. And then they got divorced. I need to know when they divorced because I like have followed her for a while and they very much were like together.
Billy Ray Cyrus and Tish Cyrus's relationship. A look back. In 2013, oh my God. Okay, let me just like give you this rundown. So they officially decided to go their separate ways in 2022. And they had been married. They got married in 93. However, Billy Ray filed for divorce in 2010, but eventually withdrew it. And in 2013, Tish filed for divorce and they did separate, but then they got back together.
Oh my Lord.
And then, she just got engaged in May of 2023.
And she just got married like 3 days ago, and Noah and Trey did not show up.
Really?
Yep. They were at like Walmart together.
I wonder if they're not a fan.
But Brandy and Miley were in the wedding and love him. So
I always forget that there's so many Cyrus kids. Like to me, it's always just and one of them was in
Brandy's like a DJ.
But he was in that
He's in a band.
Metro Station.
Yep. He's in a band.
Good girls go. That was them.
Slay.
Right?
Yes. Yep. He's got tattoos everywhere.
Oh no, that was by Cobra Starship. Metro Station was shake, 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 shake it. And that was her brother.
Yes. Okay, yeah. Yep.
No, that other song was the one with Leighton Meester. And it's like, I swear to God, I had like a sexual awakening to that song. Like, I loved that song so much.
That was a good song.
I know. I actually don't know if it was a sexual awakening, but like, I vividly remember that song in my head. Like,
that was a good song.
It was a pivotal
I'm like really wondering what Ariana's single is going to be about. Like, I'm actually curious.
So do you feel like some of the Ethan Slater stuff was like just a PR stunt for her single coming out?
Yeah, because she hasn't done much besides the musical. Like, she really hasn't done much the last, what, like 2 years or something, because she's just been like doing this musical.
Yep.
But honestly, I think since she licked all those donuts
Yeah, she's
in
like
that
gone
little
downhill
donut
for
shop
me.
that one day and was like, "What the fuck are these?" and being all rude, I haven't liked her since then.
Yeah,
Because I didn't mind her before.
if I'm being totally honest,
Gabby, sorry, because I know
I
you're
know, I'm
in love with
sorry.
Ariana. She can do no
No,
wrong for you, but
she's an amazing, like, her singing is unmatched. Like, there's
oh
like
yeah,
probably two people that compare to her in the world, like Whitney Houston and like,
her Mac Miller era was the best era.
but
Like,
that's,
I love the way.
yes,
Like,
that's what I was just gonna say
yes.
was, to be honest, I really only started liking her because she was dating Mac Miller, because I love Mac
Yeah.
Miller. Like,
Yeah.
prior to that, I was never like, oh my God, Ariana Grande.
Me either.
After that, like, Seven Rings, are you kidding? I love that
Oh.
song.
Breakfast at Tiffany's.
But it's also like, look back now at some of her lyrics, and again, it could be her not writing the song, it could just be words,
Yeah.
but like,
They ring true. They ring 7 rings true.
6T, she kind of called herself out for being a homewrecker. Okay, wait, so I just
She did.
Googled Ariana Grande and Ethan Slater, and 2 days ago, People magazine
They're
posted,
done.
is
Like,
that
she like changed her phone number.
Ethan Slater's ex-wife breaks silence on Ariana Grande, says her family is collateral damage. Lily called her family collateral damage in their whirlwind romance. Oh yeah, she just said she's not a girl's girl, but she said that before.
Yeah. Yeah, she like has said that she's held her baby and they've done double dates and whatnot. And yeah, I mean, I would hope she doesn't stay with him. Listen, I love SpongeBob too, but I'm not going to go and like have sex with him, you know?
A podcast that I listened to was talking about it and was like, tell us you're a freak without telling us you're a freak. Because, like, he's on there doing, like, the splits and, like, laughing. Yeah. Laughing like SpongeBob. Like, do you think in the bedroom she's like, yes, SpongeBob?
Do
like,
that thing I like.
Like, tell me you're a freak without telling me you're a freak.
Literally. Oh my God. Yeah. So I'm curious to see what that's going to be.
But
I mean,
so even just like
they have this
Googling
in the
that,
works for a while. So I don't know if like artists plan things in advance
right?
like that. They must, but it really all has to align, I feel like. So we'll see, I guess. We shall see. They will all already be out on Monday, so we'll probably just like touch base about the songs and what we
Oh,
think.
6 hours ago, like E Entertainment Channel or
Yeah.
whatever posted, Ariana Grande announces healing and special project following the Ethan Slater headlines. So like, apparently she gave like a whole thing about, oh, it's the official 10th anniversary of Yours Truly on August 30th. Grande's celebration will kick off on August 25th with a deluxe digital release of Yours Truly, as well as a live performance of the album's tracks Honeymoon Avenue and Daydreamin'. So wait, does she have a new song coming out, or is it just like the remastered 10-year anniversary version of this?
I thought she had a new single coming out.
I
Somebody
thought
said
so
that.
too.
Am I crazy? Okay, maybe she doesn't. I don't know, but maybe she does.
She's doing a live performance of The Way.
No way.
I feel like that should be illegal.
You can't do that.
What is she gonna do? Just sing her part? That was the song that like turned me to her. Like, that was the
Same.
song where
No,
I was like,
same.
oh shit. Like, because do
I
you
didn't
know
even
they
like
weren't
really know she
dating
was
then?
relevant.
They weren't even dating
No,
during
they
that music
weren't.
video.
No.
And I'm
Nope.
like, just looking at it and like their chemistry, like,
I know.
I love him so much. And not even in like a romantic way. Like, I just love who he was. Like, I swear to God, Mac
I
Miller and I
know.
would have been best friends. Like, I swear that
You
we would have
honestly
gotten along
would,
really
yeah.
well.
You would. Well, I saw something and it was like, I'm gonna need Ariana to come after Aaron Taylor
I
next.
thought, yeah, you said that to me.
I was like, please get him away from his 65-year-old wife.
Literally, like, what the fuck?
Oh,
Well, that's
God. Yeah.
crazy. Yeah, I could have
Yep.
swore it said she had a song coming out though, but now that I'm reading this, it kind of sounds like it's just like a remastered thing. And also, like, where's she doing this live performance? Is she just like going live on Instagram? Like,
Right, I don't
what are you
know.
doing?
Because I haven't seen anything, but I also don't like follow.
I don't either. No, that's why I'm surprised even just Googling that, like, nothing really came up.
Yeah.
Like, any updates about like her and Ethan. So like, I wonder what's going on with that.
All I saw was that she changed her phone number and hasn't like texted him.
That article just said that Ethan and Lily were separated for 2 months prior to this, but I don't think that's true.
Huh.
Because didn't
Huh.
she say it was like a complete blindside? Like they
Yes.
were just there.
He just posted for her for Mother's Day
Yeah, and
or
that was
like her
in
birthday or something. You're the
May.
best mom. Like, yeah.
I did
I
see a
don't know.
thing where Dalton, like her Ariana's husband, said that because they got married during COVID, he
Mm-hmm.
had never experienced what it was like to like go out into the world with her. Like he said like having
Yeah.
security guards and like the rush of fans like was just too much for him. So I do kind of
Yeah.
believe that maybe they weren't on the best of terms, but like there's no way Ethan and Lily weren't like they just had a baby and they were
Right.
just there. Like it's so
Mm-hmm.
again, none of our fucking business.
I know.
We will never know. I'm
No.
still gonna think about it a lot.
But we're still gonna talk about it and
Yeah.
think about it and lose sleep, so it's fine. Um,
Oh my
oh yeah,
god.
next on our list was okay. So Tana
Okay, I know
Mojo and
nothing about this. Tell me everything.
Tana Mojo and Brooke Schofield have a podcast. It's called Cancelled, and whatever they like do this podcast every week. They decided to do a live podcast, which a lot of people do. Like a lot of big podcasters will go and do like live shows.
Yeah,
So they're
our
doing
live
like a
podcast is
tour.
scheduled for like next month, so
Yeah,
we'll let you know when
don't
that's
worry,
ready.
guys. We'll keep you updated. It's gonna be sold out.
Get your tickets ASAP.
So
Meet and greet.
they are doing like a tour for the podcast, and it's supposedly like never before told stories. Like it's all this fun interactive shit, whatever. So they have one in, oh, I really want to see where, oh, Philly, I think it was.
Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but the show in Philly, and it was their first show of the tour. And it was supposed to start at 9 or like 8:30, and they didn't show up until 9:45 onto the stage. And when they did show up, they were hammered. And Brooke even tweeted and was like, I love you so much, Philly. Like, I'm so sorry. Please don't think I'm an alcoholic. Like, I was just really nervous. Like, love you guys. And then somebody commented and was like, I'm just so over this tour. Like, they're a hot mess. And Brooke comments back and goes, don't come. And they're like, what? Like, we
I
were
mean,
looking
she's
forward to
not
this. And
wrong, but also like again, like the Doja Cat thing, like you can't be rude to the people that make it's like the Miranda Lambert shit. Like you
yes,
can't be mean to the
paid
people
money.
who support you and legit pay for
Yes.
these things.
And the worst part of it was people were saying, like on Reddit, they were like, we have heard all of these stories already on their podcast. So, like, the people that listen consecutively every single week,
Yeah.
they hear all these stories and they were telling the same stories in Philly. But then again, I saw videos from, like, I think it was Florida, or I don't know where the next one was, because I saw, like, Jeff showed up. I think that's his name. I don't know. Their, like, friend Jeff showed up and they were like, this was the best live show we've, like, ever been to. It was so fun, so
They probably
funny.
paid him to say that.
So, yeah, I don't know. Like there were TikToks of it and it looked fun, whatever, but the first show I guess just like did not go as planned and people were so mad. They showed up late, they were drunk, Tana was eating the whole time or something. Maybe it was just cuz their first show and they got the nervous jitters or I don't know what. But it reminded me so much of like TanaCon when that all happened.
Oh yeah.
That was so bad.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say too, is like I get that like it's your first one, so like there's probably gonna be like road bumps, there's probably gonna be shit you have to
Yeah.
figure out last minute, but like for you to show up late, drunk,
Mhm.
like don't get me
Yes.
wrong, like I'm one to have a shot or two when my nerves are acting up for something.
Yeah.
But like if I know I'm there for basically your job, I
Mhm.
think honestly I feel like the Call Her Daddy era just like made everybody feel like the hot mess is like, and like I know that's kind of Tana's brand to begin with, but like
Yeah.
sometimes the hot mess like becomes not enjoyable and it's like not even
Yeah.
possible for you to like consume what they're talking about. Cause like I truly did not even know who Tana was until like 6 months ago. And I went through like,
Really?
yeah, like I had no
Oh my god, I've been
clue
following her since like
forever because
literally
she
the
was on David
start.
Dobrik stuff.
Oh, even before that, like when she was like
Her
a
own
nobody YouTuber
No,
and was
I
just doing little story times of being
yeah.
poor and like crazy story times about her stalker. If you're
Nope,
an OG
never
of
heard
Tana,
of
you
her.
know what the stories are of like her stalker, and that was a whole conspiracy thing too, where they're like she never had a stalker.
I would
Oh my
believe
god,
that
I
she
have
may
been
not
watching
have.
her since literally the beginning when she started her YouTube.
No, I had no clue who she
She
was
was always a
until
crazy
six
bitch.
months ago. Well, and that's what I've
Wow.
kind of picked up on because like as soon as I like found out who she was, I was like, okay, let me like kind of go down the rabbit hole, like figure out who you are. So I know that she like did stuff with David Dobrik. I know that
Yeah.
she had her own YouTube channel.
Does she still do YouTube? I think she still does
I think she
do
does
YouTube.
like vlogs, like day in the life or whatever, like come with me for this, but it's not really like her sitting down like telling stories anymore. I kind of feel like she's moved over to TikTok for
Yeah.
that.
She looks so different now too. Like if you
Yeah, like
looked at her videos before, I'm
mhm.
like, who are you?
And
Like
I
you're a
had
totally different
no
person.
idea that that audio where it's like, and I asked if she could do a bleach and tone. And she was like, "What
Yeah.
do you mean?" And I said, "A bleach and tone. Can you do a bleach and tone?" Like I had no clue that that was her. I don't know what I thought that
Yeah.
audio was, but like I did not know that that was her. So like it's always so funny to me when like these people come up that like I've just
Uh-huh.
legit never heard of because I'm like chronically online. So I'm like, how have I not heard of this person? But I feel like we've talked about this too. Like I was never that big into YouTube personalities. Like I watched TV shows of reality
Yeah.
more than I did like YouTube personalities.
I
Nothing
think that's
against
why
them.
I never watched shows. Like I
Right.
didn't watch Friends. I didn't watch that stuff because I was so like into YouTube. Like I
Mm-hmm.
always watched like Shane Dawson and Jenna
Mm-hmm.
Marbles and Tana and
No,
like
Jenna was like
I
really the only person that I
mhm.
knew about like she was really the only person I would like consistently check for like for
Yeah.
videos. But I know there's
I
obviously
was
a
a big
lot
YouTube girl.
more than that.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Yeah, so that flopped, I guess, but I think it's fine now. I think they're doing fine,
I
but
was gonna say, are they like
honestly,
still
people are
actively
gonna
touring?
yeah, I think they still are like on this tour.
Well, in something that's not as exciting, but I heard it yesterday and was like, I feel like this is a revolutionary move. Elon removed the block feature on X, like on Twitter. So like you can no longer block people on Twitter. And when he took that feature away, it automatically unblocked everybody that you had blocked or that had you blocked. Like, isn't that
Oh my
insane?
god.
Could you imagine, like, I know neither of us actively use the platforms. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, we don't know, but like, I just couldn't imagine Instagram being like, surprise, everybody you've ever blocked is now unblocked, and everybody that had you blocked.
Why though? Like what's
He
the
said it's a
reasoning?
useless feature. Like, literally, he tweeted it's a useless feature, so I'm removing it.
Well, also like Twitter is so censored at this point that like
Yeah.
who is even using it much? Cuz like it's not freedom of speech anymore. Like everything is censored on there. So like what
Even
you
like,
once knew Twitter as, like it's not that anymore.
no. Twitter used to be, I mean, Twitter's still very unhinged. Like any tweet or
Yeah.
like X, I guess, that you go to is like legit just like 45 OnlyFan models like promoting their OnlyFans in the
Mhm.
comments. And like obviously
Yeah.
that's the only platform you can really do that on, but like it's just
Yeah.
so different. It's a very, even before Elon got it, like the whole thing is just
Mhm.
very different.
Yes. Very much. That's so weird. Like why would you want that?
I have no idea. Yeah, Philip DeFranco talked about it last night and I was like,
I'd be pissed. And
"Mm."
then what is the new sorting feature? I haven't seen that.
Okay, so this might not be new, but I literally just found it yesterday. So if you go to somebody's TikTok, like I'm going to
Mhm.
your TikTok right now, when you go to somebody's profile and it says posts, you can click on it and you can sort it by either latest or popular. So like if I hit popular, it puts all of your most viewed videos like
Oh,
in order.
love
And I
that.
feel like that's very, it's like I don't know if I would ever actively use that, but it's kind of cool that like you can just like go to somebody's profile and be like, okay, what are they known for? Like
Yeah.
what do I need to know about them? And you can just like
Or for
filter it from that.
brands to be like,
Exactly.
what is this person like best at? What
Mm-hmm.
videos perform the best for them?
Yep.
I kind of like that. That's
I
smart.
know. And this could have been a thing for like a really long time and I just noticed it
Oh,
yesterday, but I
I have
think
not
it's
even noticed
new.
that. I've never even known.
Well,
Well, that was all of our updates.
I know.
That was a roller coaster.
I feel like a release.
Hope y'all don't think we're crazy,
No.
but we needed to talk about that so bad. I mean, honestly, you know we're fucking crazy if you're here. So
We know
I'm not even gonna say that. I know I'm fucking insane and batshit, so it's fine. You don't gotta tell me because I already know.
We'll call ourselves out for it. You don't have to call me crazy.
I'm gonna insult myself before you do.
No, literally, I'll hurt my own feelings worse than you can hurt my feelings. The things I say to myself in my head are worse than literally anything could like hurt my feelings from anybody else.
You can't hurt me. I already hate myself.
Correct.
Just kidding. I literally love myself.
We're not as mean as we could be, you know?
That's right.
We could always be meaner. Just kidding. I would never. I'd cry. Literally, if I like hurt somebody's feelings, I'm like, I'm sorry. But like in my head, I'm like, I'm so strong and tough and I never cry and I'm so mean. But then like
I cry every day.
Literally.
You need to start like a checklist of day I don't cry.
Correct.
Get a treat.
Yeah, you get a gold star for not crying today.
I got a treat today at McDonald's for the day I had.
You did get a spicy Coke. You deserved that spicy Coke.
And the nuggies and
experienced horrible customer service, which we still need to do like a talking point on one day. Like just horrible experiences that we've had with other businesses.
Yeah, today alone was enough for me to.
I know you should have just like voice memoed me on the way back and we could have just stuck it in the episode.
I had that closing of the throat where I almost cried.
Oh my god.
That lump.
My ears
the
got
lump.
hot.
I was sitting there with my lump. Yeah. It's nothing exciting, guys. It's just a dermatologist's office lady just sucked.
Yeah. We're making it sound like it's
She was just mean, and I waited an hour for my appointment, so that was really fun for my day.
And for the appointment to not even really be like what you were expecting or wanting it to be. Yeah.
Yes, it was 5 minutes. Great.
Very frustrating.
But on a positive note, we have two exciting things.
We have some things up our sleeves.
First, we can start with the fact that we're going to see each other.
Yes.
In person.
We're going to be recording in person, you guys. I'm losing my fucking
exactly
mind.
What? 29 days? Literally in 29 days, we will be together. Mm-hmm. I mean, by the time that this comes out, though, it's going to be
22 days.
22. So excited. I could literally cry.
Yeah, so we're going to Dallas to both record in person.
Going back.
Yes, and obviously get the Yeehaw squad together.
Yes.
While we're there, we're going to be working on obviously recording some episodes and some other content, but we're also going to be working on something that we're going to be putting out for specifically for our social media managers. We're working on something for you. We have lots of really, really big ideas for it. The first step of it is going to be something that's totally free to you, which we were both very adamant about that because I feel like we try to relay this message, but like, yes, money is important and everybody needs money to get by in life, but a lot of what we do is because we like to do it, not because we're looking for you to shell out like thousands of dollars for help with something. So we have something coming that I hope is going to be, or we hope is going to be very helpful to our social media manager community. And we're very excited.
With that being excited to be in person.
Yes. So with all of that being said, send us your ideas. Like if you have anything that you want us to talk about while we are together, because I feel like there's a lot of topics that are fine to do virtually, but like it's just such a different vibe in person. So like if you have anything that you want us to talk about, we would love to hear your suggestions.
Yes.
And we're very excited to share more, and we will do that very soon. But for now, it's just an outline on a Google Doc, so we don't have a lot to share yet.
For now, ta-ta. Yeah, but thank you so much for listening once again to our rambling and craziness, and we are just so excited to be in person, and we're going to try to do, 2 episodes, 3 maybe, if we're lucky?
Yes, definitely. I think our quota is 2. If we can get more than that, that will be great. But the other thing, too, that's hard is, we don't want to batch a ton where we're not talking like in live time for so long.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to like figure out exactly what they're going to be about. But that's why I'm like, I would love to hear any suggestions or like anything that you would like to hear us talk about that we can, you know, get recorded for you while we're there. We would love to help with that.
Yeah.
So please
Or
let
like
us
even
know.
in content, like we can
Yeah.
always just do content while we're together. So if it's like a question or whatever you need help with, like we can just plan to shoot content, post it on our podcast page, and answer that for you guys.
Absolutely.
But other than that, we will see you next week, baby.
Yes, we will be back.
Remember to follow us, Socially Unfiltered Pod, on Instagram, TikTok, and rate us if you have a second. If you like this podcast, if you don't, be honest. Be honest.
For
Rate
real,
it.
though, we're not asking you to leave a 5-star review if you don't mean it.
No.
If you only want to give us 3 stars, that's okay, but like tell us why. Or
Yeah.
don't. You might hurt our feelings and we might cry. Keep it to yourself.
Yeah. I might yell at you and then cry. Just kidding.
All right. We love you guys.
Okay.
We'll
We
see
love you.
talk to you, hear from you next week. I hope you have the best week of your life. Bye.
Bye.